Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Real Radio, and this is the Rika Brand House. The Real Radio Back to Life podcast by the Rika Brand House. www.rikabrandhouse.com. And as we always say, this is the Real Radio. This is the Real Radio. This is the Real Radio. My name is Timo, and of course, I'm here to definitely help you learn better about radio production, radio imaging, and of course, voiceovers. Now, have you ever wondered why so many voiceover artists, radio producers, even just producers, imaging producers, really have the same effects on their voices, accurate, and then day in, day out, and they do it real quick? Well, they have a trick. They always pre-save their presets and make sure at least these presets are always kept somewhere. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, record my screen here, and I show you what it takes to really have your effects stocked somewhere so that you can reuse them anytime you want without, going into the same process. Now, as we've opened up here, this is Adobe Audition. The version is 2019, and I'm using a Rode Pod mic, and also a Rodecaster is recording everything about sound. And I'm using my phone to really record the video. Now, let's go on. I'm going to record something small here. Let's see. Let me name the file. Sample is the word we are going to use here. This is the Real Radio by the Rika Brand House. www.therikabrandhouse.com. What I've just recorded is here. Let's listen. This is the Real Radio by the Rika Brand House. www.therikabrandhouse.com. Well, you can learn more about voiceovers, audio imaging. If you just enroll on our, services here at Rika Brand House, we can teach you one. Now let's dive into it. Now, if you look at my interface here at Adobe Audition, there's so much more here. If you go back to the previous episodes, we taught you how you can deal with Adobe Audition in every angle. Now, I will go definitely. If you don't see the effect rack here, you can go to Windows here and change your workspace. Maybe a classic, radio, restoration, mastering, but it's important that you definitely go to radio production if you're going to do that, or maybe to classic or default, so that this effect rack can come here. Now, I'll start with the EQing with the parametric EQ, just to EQ the voice. Let me listen to it. It's already my preset, but I'll show you again. I will show you these things without getting tired. Now, I'll do the high pass here, then I will come here and I move it to at least 250. Do you see the movement? There. If I'm going to really do an imaging voice, that's as far as I can go. Let's listen. This is the Real Radio by the Rika Brand House. Let me go to my other preset. Probably I'll put in the dynamic processing, and this I'll move this button here. And I'll move it until it gets to 2. Yeah, that's enough. Let me listen. This packs the voice together. www.therikabrandhouse.com. Remember, I'm adding in all my presets, all my effects. I'm not removing any. So I'll go to multiband compressor, where I will add in. Probably let me just do broadcast, and we'll play and listen to it again. Say, this is the Real Radio by the Rika Brand House. More louder. Yeah, let me add in my other preset here. Would be the hard limiter. Let me do medium. Would definitely do for me. Let's listen and see. This is the Real Radio by the Rika Brand House. www.therikabrandhouse.com. And I am hoping that this will definitely do for me. If I want to add in other effects, well, that will be with what I want to really, with how I want my audio to really sound, or my vocals to really sound. So I'm just showing you where you can hide and keep your presets. And every time you come to preset to effect that voice, probably this is the imaging voice, I'll definitely come here and I say, these are my imaging effects. When I'm done, I'll just say, okay. So if I've applied, I've applied. Now, if I remove them, let me just say default. If I want to look for them, I'll just come here, effect track again, and I'll come here and I'll search for imaging effects, my presets. I'll go down and I find them here. Then if I do that and just do apply, of course I'll just come here, clean it up.
This is The Real Radio by The Rica Brand House. www.thericabbrandhouse.com.
It's this simple. You can always have your presets put somewhere so that you don't have to fidget around every time you have recorded your vocals. My name is Timo, and of course you can always join us here at the Rica Brand House. You can share, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. www.ricabrands.com is where we are, and this is
The Real Radio Back to Life podcast by The Rica Brand House. www.ricabbrandhouse.com.
And as we say bye,
This is The Real Radio.
This is The Real Radio. Thank you so much for being with us, and of course I'll see you next time in the next episode. Go into the comment section and let me know what you really want to know about radio production, radio imaging, voiceovers, and I will definitely keep you in the loop. Bye and ciao ciao.